Good afternoon. So I'm going to go ahead and add some color to my mummy's face and show you how important it is to shade, because through shading you're going to be able to model the form, that is, to make things on the face look more three-dimensional. Now on a photograph of a real person, you can see there is a lot of light and shadow, light on the nose and dark on the nose, under the nose, on the bottom lip, not so much on the top lip, on the eyelids, but only in the center. As you go out to the side of the eyelids here, it gets darker. Under the brow ridge, it's darker. On the forehead, it's light. On the temples, it's dark. On the sides of the cheek, it's dark. Underneath the chin, it's dark. Now, this is predictable. All these areas of light and shadow are predictable. You can find them on just about everybody's face. So knowing that it's a very ordinary organization in terms of lights and darks, you can learn how to shade people's faces really quickly. Now, this is what I mean by value range. Dark to light, dark to light. You can play around with blended colors. Dark to light, dark to light. Remember, the common thread here is dark to light. So if I take a pencil and find out that this is as dark as I can make it, then light will be the white of the paper or pretty close. So as I push my pencil or pull my pencil, I gradually release the pressure on the tip, getting values that are lighter and lighter. Now this is a full range of value from dark to light out of this pencil. Dark is purple here, light is purple there, almost white. And between light and dark, you have many, many different values of this purple color, each one a little different than the last, so the movement from one to the other is very smooth. That's why we call this range of values continuous tone. Be sure and practice that. That's one of your basics. Now here on this mummy's head, not quite so done yet, because it still has to be cut out and glued down to a dark background color. Here on this mummy's head, a lot of lighter values, but still some value range. If I wanted to darken here, I may not use a dark green. I may go in there with a purple. I may go in there with an orange. You can blend colors, and in blending colors, you can darken colors. One of my favorite colors to use for darkening and blending is purple, because purple contains two primaries. It contains red and blue. So if you put purple on top of something else, you're putting red and blue on top of something else. So it's kind of fun to play with purple and know that by putting it on top, you're actually blending more than one color. You're blending two or three at the same time. Now I'm going to go ahead and stop working on that one, show you this final example here, which has been cut out and glued down to its dark background color as if it's emerging from the tomb. And of course the Egyptians believed that the Ka, the spirit of the mummy, could in fact leave the body, explore the tomb, and re-enter the body at will, as long as the Ka, the spirit, could recognize its body. So that was why it was so important for the Egyptians to carefully preserve the body. Now here on this picture, you can see just a regular old person's face. I am going to add some bandages right now. I've given myself a few lines. I'm going to go ahead and make one right here. There's a bandage crossing just beneath the nose. Here's one that goes and twists. This bandage twists, and it twists right there just beneath the eye. You notice I'm kind of carefully avoiding any of my other marks just because I would not be able to erase. Here's a bandage here that goes underneath the bangs, and here's the rest of that bandage right here going under the bangs and again twisting right there. Now that's 3 out of 4 bandages. I could put one across the head here. Why don't I do that? And in doing so, I'm just going to curve the bandage, curve the linen fabric wrapping around the head. These curve lines that follow the form of the face, we call those curve lines. We call them contour lines. And if you didn't already notice, I do use a lot of contour lines. Now, whenever you pick a color and decide you want to use it, the first thing you do is put it down. So I'm going to put this purple right down here on top of this little bit of blue, and I'm pressing very lightly, and you must keep light in your picture. You must have some areas of lightness that is part of your value range. Now, you can see with a marker here, I've already thrown a little shadow down on the eye. I'm just going to increase that sense of shadow coming down on the eye from the lid, because the lid casts a shadow on the eye right there. And I might as well drop a little shadow on this white portion of the eye also. Even though it's white, I can still use the same purple to shade it. Let's go ahead and get into this portion of the eye. Now, this is unusual because this would normally be the pupil, except I've left it both white and black, which is normal. So again, I might go from a dark to a light. Here I go, dark to light. And it might be fun to move in with another color right now. This yellow on top of that blue will make a new color green, and that's kind of a beautiful contrast there. Notice how I go dark to light to lighter, dark to light. Let's go ahead and throw some of this yellow down here. Let's pick up a little bit of orange. Now, I'm using a lot of just unusual colors. In art, we call those colors arbitrary colors. They really do not match any colors that you would see in nature. You're only picking them up and using them is because you like it. And of course, color is a very personal choice. And as you decide on your personal colors, the ones you like the best, the combinations of color you like to use the best, that actually becomes part of your style. Now, remember these bandages that I laid in here. When you shade those, they also have to go from a dark to a light. Always start with your light. So in this case, the bandage is brown. Don't ask me why. And I'm going to go ahead and make this side brown too. Wouldn't have to, but just go ahead and lay that color in. You know, if you're using the pencil and you don't want to take the time and trouble to put it down and pick up something new, just keep on going. Find other areas in the picture in which to use that very same color. Notice what I'm doing here. It's almost like the twisting ribbon of this bandage. And let's throw down some darker value in there underneath the bangs, because the bangs throw a little bit of shadow on that linen wrapping, on that bandage. You can see I'm controlling in very small areas, these areas of light and dark. I'm going to come in here from the side of the face, throw in a little shadow. So even in very small areas, very different from over here, even in very small areas, I can get away with light, medium, and dark. So I'm going to ask you to try to do the same thing. Find as many excuses to use light, medium, dark as you can, because in that way, you're going to give a sense of form or 3 dimensions to the surfaces that you add color to. Remembering the color does not have to be realistic or naturalistic. The colors can be very arbitrary, only because you like them, okay? Now let me show you once again a finished example here, and look at all the shading, dark to light, some blending here of yellow and green, dark to light, 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 same, 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 same. I've done that technique in just about every corner of my picture. All right, so don't forget to do that. Okay then, you try.